What is going on, guys? It's Matt here, and finally, it is time for another Ark equipped video. The last one that I made was a little over 3 years ago, and I'm pretty sure I was 255 at the time. That's kind of crazy. Since then, I mean, you guys have been following me on my journey, and you've been seeing, like, you know, all the moments that I have made in regards to progression. But in this video, we're gonna kind of go over everything, just see what's been going on. And yeah, a lot of people have asked for this, and it's about time that I do it. All right, so here we go. First things first is the equipment. All right, we have the ancient slate replica, which is the, oh god, what totem is this? Misty Island. Did not get a great flame or anything. 73 strength, some secondary, that's about it. Got a dark doom and a gold doom. ET is 22, 33%. A lot of my gear is just standard 33%. I have a couple of double primes. Got the slime ring, get the fake double prime on the superior, and more recently, you guys haven't seen this on YouTube, this will be a short eventually, but I have hit a roar 5, which is fucking insane. My first ever grindstone, which I got 10%. It is what it is, you know. Very fucking happy that I hit a roar 5. It's insane. Spellbook 99 and 5. Got the old school Sweetwater pendant. I believe this was an 84 and 6 transpose. Still rocking this, you know, 33%. Source also 22, 104 and 5 flame. My Genesis weapon, I got tier 7 attack, tier 5 boss. I am trying to get something better on this. Standard 3-line attack. Not using Mugong Soul, at least at the moment. I'm not sure if I ever want to, but it is something that I am considering. Got the Dreamy Belt, fake double prime, 104 and 6 flame. Eternal Pirate Hat, 135 and 5 flame. Got the -2 skill cooldown and 23 strength on the pot. Zerk is also 22, 36%, 114 and 6 flame. Perfect flame, quad 6. The only thing that could be better if I got like a tier 7 somewhere. But 4 tier 6 flames. Literally my best flame on this character, on this account. Better than my Arcanes. The eye patch is 91 and 6, also double prime. Eternal top, standard 3-line, 116 and 6 flame. Eternal pants, fake double prime. We got 123 and 5. Can get a little bit better on this in regards to flame. I mean, I could get a little bit better on everything, but maybe after I kind of do the weapon, I do want to kind of go back to these pants and maybe get a slightly better flame on this. Arcane shoes, standard 3-line, 110 and 5 flame. Not really worth like kind of min-maxing arcanes if, you know, you will eventually replace them. So I'm fine with this. CFE, more recently, I got this double prime during the cube sale, so I'm very happy about that. I kind of walked out of cube sale, didn't have a lot of money, had like maybe like 35 bill. I did walk out of it with a real double prime, so I'm very happy about that. Also did the belt during cube sale. Standard 666, 102 and 6 flame. Shoulder 22, standard 3-line. Got the gloves, 102 and 6. 2-line crit with 10% strength, very good. Standard 3-line attack on the emblem. Am trying to get double prime, 36 on this eventually. The Sengoku badge, fake double prime. Unfortunately, I could not get real, but 22 stars. You know, what can I say? The best badge in the game. Got the standard Monster Park medal. 3-line attack on the secondary. Fake double prime on the cape. 113 and 5 flame. And then we also have a black card. In regards to my symbols, I got max on Arcane Force. And Sacred Force, we got 570 right now. It's crazy how much stat you get from just symbols alone. It'd be crazy if these were multiplicative, like affected by percent stat. But it's actually really crazy how much just flat stat you get from symbols, and it's not even done yet. So that's my gear and my symbols. Next up, we have familiars. So for fams, I have 40 boss, 40 boss, and 30 boss. A little bit of crit rate doesn't really matter too much, but I do have the party healing on my 40 boss fam, which is pretty awesome. Badge wise, nothing's really changed, but I am rocking 3 1% attack badges, 3 1% damage badges, and these 2 IEDs. So if you want to see like exactly like which ones I'm using, I can kind of go over each one, and then maybe you can like pause the video and whatnot. I kind of ruined like the L's with this font change. Next up is the passive hyper skills. I'm currently using Reinforced Battle Arts, Boss Rush Arts, Swift Creeping Terror, Enhanced Spectre Healing, and Enhanced Spectre State. This gives you Super Stance in Spectre mode. This helps heal Spectre faster in Flora mode. This is for having your iframe up more frequently, and then these just help out your regular attack skills, right? Extra boss, extra damage. I used to have Advanced Spectre State, but damn, I feel like every arc I ask, like nobody knows what this does. And truthfully, neither do I. I used to have it, but if it felt like while I was grinding, it would consume my Spectre faster, like, you know, when I was swapping back and forth. And I think that's what it does. I don't know, but because of 6 job now, I would just recommend having Boss Rush Arts, because presumably it does affect 6 job mastery, and it helps, you know, with the Awakened Abyss, right? Our new extra skill that we get for bossing and damage. So yeah, I would just recommend these. If you don't want Swift Creeping Terror and you're like a god, you know, and you have insane hands, I would put into Euphoric Restraint instead. Extra damage on the bind is very underrated, and for things like Culvert and Punch King and whatnot, you know, this is definitely more useful than having Swift Creeping Terror. Maybe, you know, because I do feel like you can probably get off, I mean, you know, instead of just one of these, you can probably get off like 2 Creeping Terrors. So maybe that's still up for debate, but yeah, those are the passive hyper skills. Next up, we got our links. This is what I normally use. Well, this is my preset. I'm currently using, you know, Xenon Link. Yeah, you know, just for the showcase, you know, being a little cheeky. This is what I normally use for my link skills. So we got Kana, we got Explorer Mage, we got Lin, we have Demon Slayer, Kinesis, Luminous, Resistance, Angelic Buster, Explorer Thief, Kane, Cadena, and Demon Avenger, right? For training, I'm rocking, oh god, what is this? Ho Young, Kana, Mercedes, Lin, Xenon, Kali, Kinesis, Lara, Evan, Ilium, Cadena, and Demon Avenger, right? So if you want to follow like what I'm doing, you can. It could be a bit situational. Maybe you'll like need like a bit more crit, if anything, like earlier on, in which case maybe you could like toss out the Kane link, you know, for some more crit rate if you need to put Phantom in there. But yep, that is what I'm rocking for link skills. Next up, we have 5th job. Nothing's really changed. In regards to trios, if you still, like, you know, maybe you're getting into Arc and you see this video, you do max out every skill. There's 8 skills. You can go with like a 5 node combo instead of 6. But the higher level you get, like if you're going to be hyper burning this character, you just want to like max out all skills. So first trio, I have Ominous Nightmare, Impending Death, and Basic Charge Drive. Second trio, Gush Charge, Abyssal Charge, and Creeping Terror. And then the third node, you need to boost Unstoppable Impulse and Scarlet Charge. And the third node doesn't matter, like the skill doesn't matter. So I just decided to opt in for extra Creeping Terror. It could be literally anything. But you do want to boost your last 2 skills, which would be Unstoppable Impulse and Scarlet Charge Drive. In regards to, you know, how I would structure out the skills, I kind of have it like this way, where, you know, you do want to have it max in Infinity Spell. If you're gonna max out any skill on Arc, this would be like top priority, right? And then Beast, and then Recall, and then everything kind of follows suit afterwards. I do use Fatal Strike for bossing, and then character building, or Rune XP for training. It depends. It really depends on class, and it depends on the map you're on. the current map that I'm training, which is Breathtaking K4. I find that character building is better than Rune EXP because I do end up proccing this skill about every 5 to 6 minutes, which is better than proccing once every 15 minutes, right, for Rune EXP. Next up, we have Hexa Matrix, right? This is something brand new that we got just the end of last year, and I am almost done at this point. I think I'm like a little over 15.5k frags deep into my Hexa Matrix. I have my mastery maxed, origin is maxed, infinity spell, beast, recall is currently at 25, trying to get that to 30, and then we have devious nightmare, the most useless one of the 4, which is going to be the last one. And then hexa stat wise, pretty standard, 5 10 5, you know. It gets the job done. Maybe I will reroll this, you know, in the future, try to get at least like a 7 main stat. If I could hit like 8 or 9, that'd be like so fucking insane. But at the very least, try to go for a 7 main stat in the near future. And then just have it like this, right? Because having that level 10 substat is better than level 5 main stat. So having attack down here, strength second highest, and then crit damage for the third, right? That's my current Hexa progression since New Age. Oh, and if you are wondering, I've been grinding about 2 laps a day since New Age. Sometimes I will grind like a little bit more. Maybe I'll get like an extra hour. Sometimes I do like a 3rd lap. But generally speaking, I have been grinding about 2 laps a day since New Age dropped. All right, next we have Legion. I guess since the last time I showed my Legion, it has gone up. I'm 9.5k now. And putting more of an emphasis into buff duration as we do get the Angelic Buster, you know, link change very soon, lowering the cooldown from 2 minutes to 1 minute, making that like more uptime. So you definitely want more buff duration for your AB link because Arc is a very front-loaded class, very bursty. So just trying to get as many seconds with that extra damage as possible. Have the max crit damage, IED, boss damage, strength over attack because of the 5-to-1 ratio that strength has, and this is affected by percent stat as well. The individual blocks are not affected by percent stat, like, you know, from warriors, but like the stat on the board is. And then yeah, just trying to focus on buff duration. So once we get Dreamer, I can put this crit rate because we'll get extra crit rate from Legion artifact. Excuse me. So I'll be able to put the 5 pieces into here, and then I need like 5 more 250s to be able to max out my buff duration on my Legion board. Okay, next up we have the stat window. So in regards to, I guess like we'll just do hyper stats, go kind of like left to right, I don't know. So hyper stats just kind of fit like what I'm doing. So I do have 7 into crit rate at the moment. I do have 13 critical damage, 11 IED, 13 damage, 14 boss, 7 into attack, and then 5 into strength, right? I just plugged this into a calculator, and this is like what gives me the most final damage. If you're wondering why it's like this, that's just why. Just someone else did the math for me, and then you just kind of have to trust it. As for my inner ability, currently rocking passive skills +1, 8% abnormal status damage, and 10% boss damage. I am maybe curious into either replacing the abnormal status for like buff duration for, you know, extra AB link uptime, you know, because that is also affected by server lag, so that it extends it even more. Even if it's just like, oh, it's only like 3 seconds, 4 seconds maybe, it's still a lot, you know, like it still will add up. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking about maybe replacing this for buff for duration. We are going to be getting inner ability presets in Dreamer, so might be something to play around, and I do have a lot of honor EXP at this point. We got base of 324 combat power right now. If I put on my familiars, I am at 408 mil combat power. Stat wise with Blackheart, we're looking at 78k. Everything else is here that you can kind of see, you know, if you want to see. And then if we just make some adjustments with gear, so I could probably just like move this over to the left side here real quick, just to kind of show it. So if we make some adjustments here, right, without the roar, so this is with roar and this is with Blackheart, right? So if we put on Meister Ring, we jump up to 434 mil combat power. right? And we're at 81.5k stat. That's so, man, like having over 80k stat in reboot, that's so fucking insane, man. But like with like having like full pitched, you know, and like your Eternals, it's actually really crazy. Also, something I didn't go over in this particular, you know, video just yet, but we are, you know, in the middle of our anniversary update, so I do have an extra 30 boss and IED in this video, so just take that into account, right, while you're watching it, for those that are interested. And then Blackheart does give more stat, but stat wise, if I were to put on my Wondroid Heart, which is fake double prime 30%, we jump up to 83.6k stat. The combat power does go down because for whatever reason, boss damage is like heavily inflated in combat power. So it's like, yeah, more stat but less combat power. But like this is just to kind of show just like, you know, how much stat I'm rocking. So with Xenon Link, obviously doing a little bit of cheesing, but we do go all the way up to 83.6k on the stat. Okay, so future plans, right? What do I want to do? What do I want to accomplish? There's already a lot that I have done, but there's always still more that can be done. First thing is obviously Eternal Shoulder. I did get my first Eternal Shoulder a bit ago, a couple of weeks ago, and unfortunately it did boom. It did go 20, it went 21. I had 2 chances at 22, but unfortunately you can't hit them all, right? You want to, but you can't. I say the Roar 5 is kind of a blessing in disguise for booming the shoulder, but overall I'm still very lucky with my Eternals, right? I think I boomed now 4, so I'm like 3 for 7. Before the shoulder boom I was 3 for 6, so I'm not gonna fucking complain. But yeah, the shoulder boomed. I'm gonna be waiting how long? Another 7 weeks to get another shoulder. So yeah. And then aside from shoulder, I do want to start continuing to double prime my gear. I do have a couple of pieces, definitely not as far as other people, but you know, WSC, trying to get 36 attack on weapon secondary and emblem, working on emblem first because it's like technically the easiest to roll that, you know, in regards to cost. So just trying to roll 36, 36, and 33. That's going to be, you know, the ultimate goal, and you know, hopefully we do, you know, hit that eventually. And then just going for double prime on the rest of my gear. So, you know, I do have CFE, I do have eye patch and Zerk. You know, first we can go like for fake double primes, like the belt and the badge, and then eventually the real double primes, because fake double prime is still an extra 1% gain, even though it's not displayed in the overall stat. It's still equivalent to an extra 1% stat gain. So just start trying to bang out more double primes on the character. I'm gonna have to have Meso for cube sales, or just, you know, just off eventing. You know, I off event a lot. But yeah, trying to work on the emblem first. But Eternal Shoulder and more double primes, pretty much it for this character. And then I do have a, you know, the Roar 5 now. As for Oz rings, you know, for more grindstones, I do want to get Continuous 5 and then eventually Weapon Jump 5. I think I'm going to do Continuous next, only because for like Punch King and for Culvert, I think Continuous 5 is going to shine more maybe than a Crisis HM. Who knows, right? I mean, I'm not 100% certain, but you know, I definitely want to be able to try out a Continuous 5, you know, into Roar 5. So I'm going to go for Continuous 5 first, and then eventually realistically the Weapon Jump 5 for bosses to be able to swap back and forth, right, between level 5 rings for bursting. And man, aside from that, just, you know, keep working on my account. I have a lot of boss mules which I do want to showcase in upcoming videos. Actually recently I'm trying to readjust my schedule, which is why I'm recording this video, to be able to have time to be able to like record more YouTube videos. You know, just very inactive on YouTube, obviously, and you know, I don't necessarily want to be. I do prefer, you know, streaming and people like coming by and just kind of chatting and all that, and I do appreciate all that. But you know, I also want to be able to get out more videos as well, here and there. So, yeah, you know, maybe just get more Legion, you know, 9.5 eventually, 10k, but just continuing to enjoy the game, just continuing to enjoy the grind, max out the Hexa, wait for second mastery, wait for Soul Janus, all that good stuff. But yeah, it's been pretty fun so far, and there's still a lot more to do, and I hope you're going to be with me on this journey as I try to max out my character as best as possible, because I've been enjoying Reboot, or Heroic now, but I've been enjoying playing, you know, on Kronos and my Ark, and I'm just trying to show just what Ark is really, you know, capable of, and just pushing, you know, myself and the character to its limits. So yeah, that's basically it for the future plans. I don't want to drag this on too long, but I will end this video with a non-sack 40-second BA. So, you know, for those interested in that, I don't want to include like a 6-minute BA, but I think I'm like, last time I checked, I think I was like 869 or 870 build per second on a full rotation, like 6-minute Origin BA. But I'll do a 40-second BA for the sake of this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. All right, thanks for watching. Thank you guys for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Big thanks to Rooney, Eric Guritti, Justisu, the JP, Joshua Alvarez, Restrict, Little Joke, Justin Miranda, Tails Cursped, and Lake Tiger for being members and supporting the channel. Click that join button down below if you would like to become a member and support the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.